Good morning, YouTube. This is day one, brand new channel. Never really done this before. The only reason why I'm even really doing it is because I enjoy the content on YouTube, the YouTubers that I follow, and there just doesn't seem to be enough. It doesn't seem to be enough. So, as I was saying, there just doesn't seem to be enough content to keep me occupied all day at work. I am the only mechanic in my garage. And I have a TV on my toolbox, as you can see, and it usually just plays while I'm working on, cars. I'm addicted to Hondas, so before we get started, let me just show you a couple of things. Okay, well, what we have here is one of the most unloved Hondas, a ep3. It's a little tight in here at the moment, but get as much of the car as possible. Got this car real cheap. Look at the driver's seat. Pretty much mint. Got the car needing an engine. And knowing that this is already a K-Series car, right there, I kind of went, it's not really a K-swap because it's already a K-Series, but let's make it a bigger K. So this is a K24 A2. I know a lot of people have done this from the Acura TSX, and this is of course 5-speed SI. I've heard it been referred to as the slow potato in other videos. We're gonna hopefully remedy that with that. Okay, YouTube, back to the ep3. You'll hear me refer to this car as the ep3 probably more often than like Civic Si. Because these things were kind of their own thing. Before and after Civic Si's, all those bodies were offered as a coupe or hatch or whatever. These things were only these things. They only kind of came this way. So, to clarify, I'm always on sort of a tight budget. This car is definitely going to revolve around that. We sourced this junkyard engine from a local junkyard that kind of owed us a favor, so they cut us a break on it. And as I said before, the car got super cheap off Craigslist. All in all, we've got $1,000 in the whole deal right now. So I've done a ton of research online and on YouTube as to if the factory ECU and factory tune for the 2-liter will run the 2.4. Nobody really knows. Everybody just jumps right in, gets a K-tuner. And I did see one thing where someone said if you swap the throttle body, it should work. Maybe you have to switch to a 315 or 330 injector, I can't remember. Regardless, we're gonna put it in and see if it just runs. And when it does or doesn't, we'll deal with that then. So you guys will be able to learn right along the way with me as to exactly how cheap this can happen. Because yeah, that's what we're looking to do. Gotta start somewhere. So here's the car, you guys. I moved it over to the service lift so I can go full height, get the exhaust all removed. I toyed with the idea of doing it over there where the car was, and like I said, it was a little tight in the video before, and also the ceiling keeps me from going all the way to the top. This lift is kind of a priority for me for the week, because it is my service lift, and I get customer stuff in and out of there, so it can't really be in the way. I don't know how far I'm gonna get with the car today, guys, based on that. I'm definitely gonna get the bumper cover off. I'm definitely gonna get the AC discharged, because I do have an AC machine. Luckily for me, and really fortunately for me, I have the ability to have access to this whole shop when I need it. So I have stuff that maybe you guys at home might not have, maybe you do. What am I trying to say? So I'm just going to take you guys around the shop for a minute and show you some of the equipment that I have. Oh, almost tripped over my own lift there. So, big twin post. This one goes all the way to the moon, obviously. It doesn't keep me from having to not bend over underneath the car like that one over there does with the low ceiling, like I was saying. It's a little welder, obviously, MIG, 220. I got a long extension cord for that, so I can get basically anywhere the shop needs me to be. I have a drive-on lift with an alignment machine. Now that's pretty cool when you're setting up your Honda camber caster, all that crazy stuff. And everybody's wheels look like they're just so out of whack all the time. My cars can actually drive straight. Heat, we burn waste oil here, so the heat's basically free. Well, not free, obviously it's a pain in the butt to go get it all the time and collect it. And if you introduce antifreeze to the waste oil burner, it doesn't work. So you really got to trust the guys that you're getting your oil from. But yeah, we have a sandblaster back there that I got glass beads in. I feel like it works a lot better with glass beads. I can see a lot better whatever I'm doing. Press, torches, you know, basically all the necessities for a shop, or most of anyways. Air compressor back there, it's on room, it's loud as shit. Yeah, so slow potato, day one, let's get it. So this is the AC machine, you guys. I got it hooked up to the ep3, just sucking it down, because I do think I am going to put the air conditioning back in this car when all's said and done. I know what you're thinking, it's a swap car, it's supposed to be faster, why even have AC, it's extra weight, etc. Well, in truth, I have a lot of those cars already, so let's have this one be right, so we can take it for runs in hot summer days, and you know, not worry about, oh gee, it doesn't have air conditioning. That's something I've already sort of been through. Getting near 40, you guys, and my kids like to be cool in the back too, so this will be pretty cool to go up to the Kangamangas Highway. We live in New Hampshire, so we've got access to that in the better months out of the year, and it's really windy and twisty and goes up the mountain. You can get up there with no traffic. It's pretty nice. So anyways, yeah, sucking down the AC, got the PB Blaster here. Two of the most important cans in the shop, PB and Red Bull. And in New Hampshire, up here in New England, the Rust Belt. Before I touch anything, even plastic things, I spray. So I just literally stand back here. We're gonna coat friggin' everything with a little bit of PB Blast, even stuff that looks like it doesn't need it, even stuff I'm not sure if I'm gonna take it apart. Yeah, we're just gonna put a layer. That way I can get past it, and then you'll see me do this a couple of times. Once I get all the top stuff out, all the plastic out of the way, it's gonna expose some more important bolts, and I'm gonna really hammer those too. So anything I think I might touch, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little PB on. It's hard to avoid the rust, and as this project goes, I'm sure it'll surprise me at least a couple of times, and you guys will get to see what we get to deal with up here in the Rust Belt. Because yeah, some of the challenges can be a little something. Alright guys, I got some of the stuff, the plastic stuff off the motor, and you know, just the intake housing, and I wanted to show you the present that was left for me by whatever rodent friend in this disgusting air filter. Yeah, so this is something we deal with quite often, probably you guys do too. But yeah, no, she's bone stock, so a lot of the stuff that might have been already removed and thrown away on something that's been already swapped is still here. Big crazy airbox. Anyways, I don't predict I'll be using any of that. Okay guys, I don't know if you can really see that well. I'll try to shine some light in there. This is what I meant about the rust. Now this is actually a pretty clean car by New Hampshire standards. But every bolt, you know, has a layer of rust on it. That is the reason why I say I spray basically everything with PB Blaster or something like that. I used to use this stuff called Thrust, made by Castle. That stuff was great. Don't know where to get that anymore. At any rate, yeah, this is why I spray everything. Hours, sometimes even days before I start touching bolts. So yeah, all that plastic stuff's out of the way, and I'm gonna go to spraying. Alright, got the car here up on the lift. Got, I should have probably showed you, but there was a row, 2 rows of plastic, sort of Honda rivets that hold the top right above the grill. And I'm trying to remove the bumper cover here. Underneath here, there was a row of screws that held sort of a plastic splash guard. There's a trash can there. And what's left holding this is just the two ends. You can see that there. It's pretty dark under here. These plugs go to the fog lights. Stick your hand up in there and you can get it. And also there's some side marker lights here. They actually just pop out pretty easy and just unplug it from the back side there. I popped them out to unplug them. So at any rate, I'm gonna pull the bumper cover the rest of the way off now. Lower it back down. All right, guys, went ahead and pulled that bumper cover off. Pretty much just fell right off after I removed these corner bolts. And like I said, there was a row of plastic rivets up there. Once that was out of the way, the headlight bolts exposed themselves. One here, one here. There was a plastic rail thing here, but one here, and one here. 4 total bolts, and of course, 4 plugs for those guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bumper, probably the AC condenser, which the AC machine was still running this whole time. And I'm noticing that the bottom fins on this guy look like, I don't see any actual leaks, but I see cause for concern. It's probably not gonna hold a charge with this AC condenser. So yeah, maybe it has AC when I'm done, maybe, well, maybe it doesn't. It's kind of usually the way it goes anyways. All right, we'll get back to it. All right, guys, I just got the 6 bumper bolts out. It's 2 on the top that are exposed once the headlight's out of the way, and 1 on the bottom. And so there's some tape on this bumper. This has probably been dealt with before, but just sort of grab the bumper, pull straight out. Now that big bumper beam's right out of the way. You can see that there's 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there. So basically, once the radiator AC condenser out of the way, you remove that big top bracket and it completely exposes the front side of the motor. Makes it accessible for getting it on out of there. Probably with the hood on. I hate taking hoods off because relining up the hinge at the end, you never really get it perfect. So it's perfect right now. I'd really like to leave it on. Okay, as you can see, the AC condenser is now out of the way. And one thing I wanted to show you guys, actually a couple things, now that I've got that out of the way, the AC leaked when I was pulling down the charge and trying to pull down a vacuum. Using my AC machine, it would not pull a vacuum. So when I removed the AC condenser, which kind of looked like hell, I found that the line had a little crack in it. See that? That's probably where it was leaking at. Maybe the condenser's leaking too, who knows. But the other thing I wanted to show you was, here in New England, the mighty Rust Belt, it's very cold. You don't often see a gasoline-powered car with a block heater, but here we are, block heater and a frickin' Honda Civic. So, that I thought was kind of neat and really kind of only something we see, or maybe even north of us, I don't know. Out there in Wisconsin, I bet they see that from time to time. Yeah. Alright guys, real quick, just wanted to show you, pulled the top radiator hose here. And then as I was kind of pulling away, I exposed fan plug there, a fan plug here, and I can just see the bottom hose down there. So I'm going to go up with the car, get the bottom hose, get the one more bolt from underneath that's holding this T bracket in, and hood latch bracket, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, going up. Back underneath the car, you guys, just wanted to show you real quick. That radiator hose there, got the clamp pulled back, and getting ready to pull it and letting it drain some more. I don't like to make a big mess. Just some more of that rust I was talking about, that good old New England rust. So from under here, there was a couple of plugs to deal with, and one of them actually tore apart. I don't know if I can get a flashlight on the plug, but you can see there's one plug there. There's the plug, and there's the thing, the radiator. And then there was one more up a little higher on the fan that hold the flashlight, ate itself. You see the end of the plug wire there, it came out, so I'm gonna have to repin that one. Honestly, don't even know what it's for as of yet. Once I get it out, I'll be able to figure that out, but that's it. I'm gonna go back down with the car, get the radiator the rest of the way out, let it finish draining, And decide if I'm gonna go any further today, because as of right now, without a radiator, because it's a standard car, this car will still drive in and out of the bay. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'm gonna have much time to work on it tomorrow, so I might get the radiator the rest of the way out of it, pull some more clips and things, get the wheels on it, get it out of my way. And if I do that, you guys won't see that probably, but it's what I might have to do. All right, here it is, guys, with the radiator removed and this hood latch, hood latch T-brace there. I don't take the hood latch out. I just kind of flip it up out of the way. Kind of hang out over here with a bungee cord or something from the hood. And yeah, I can still drive this in and out of the engine bay. In and out of the service bay. Just like this. And now we can see whatever problems we might have with the throttle body or the intake or whatever with this TSX motor. I can kind of slide that motor over here now and look at it closely and see what I have to remove and see what I can use from which to make all this happen. Should be a good time. Like I said before, we're on a budget here, guys. In fact, if I can spend basically nothing to put this thing in, I will. So we'll just see where we go from here. I know I'm supposed to get a CRV side bracket. I know there's some kind of throttle plate adapter for the intake or whatever, but I really am gonna see if I can get away with doing this without buying anything else. So let's find out.